Very good morning, students. Yesterday I made a video on the basic rules of differentiation. We have done some formulas of differentiation like d by dx of x to the power n equals to n x n minus 1 and some the differential coefficient of some trigonometrical function as well. In the last we have seen a product rule, that means if two functions are in multiplication, then how we can solve them. Similarly, if two functions are in division form, then how we can solve them. So let's see. Differential coefficient of quotient of two functions. So let's talk about the formula. Suppose we have a y which is f1x and f2x. You can see that this function is the combination of two functions which are in the division form. Right? You can write this as in terms of numerator and denominator also. Let's say you can write as nr and dr. Right, for the ease of learning the formula. So what will be the differentiation? Dy by dx, d by dx of y, that means d by dx of what? I have taken nr upon dr. Formula, what is formula? Denominator same, dr, differentiation of numerator nr minus numerator same nr and differentiation of denominator dr divided by denominator whole square. This will be the formula of differential coefficient when the function are in quotient form. So let's apply the formula and let's check out one example so that you will clear how to apply this formula. Let's say y is equals to sin x upon, let's say, x square. Okay. So we have two different functions, one trigonometrical function and another is arithmetical function, right? So we have to find the value of dy by dx. Let's write the formula here. What is the formula? Denominator same, differentiation of numerator minus numerator same, differentiation of denominator divided by denominator whole square. That was the formula. So let's apply. This is a numerator, this is a denominator. So let's apply the formula. Denominator same, which is x square. So x square. D by dx of numerator. So differentiation of numerator, that is sin x, minus numerator same, that means sin x, and d by dx, that means differentiation of denominator, which is x square, divided by denominator square, x square square. So we have applied the formula. So let's solve it. X square. What is the differentiation of sine? It is cos. So x square into cos x minus, it is sin x. Now when you solve d by dx of x square, formula was d by dx of x to the power n is n x n minus 1. So what is n here? N is 2. So 2x 2 minus 1, right? N x n minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is basically 1. Differentiation will be 2x divided by x to the power 4. So this will be differentiation of y. So that's how we apply the quotient rule to find the differentiation. Now one question may arise in your mind that why we are doing this, how this will help in learning the physics. So let's understand what are the basic application of this differentiation in our physics. Applications. The very first application, the coefficient of differentiation of displacement gives us velocity. It means rate of change of displacement gives velocity, right? What will be rate of change of displacement? That will be ds upon dt, right? This will gives you velocity. One formula. So if the s, that means displacement, is given as a function of time, then you can find the value of velocity here. Let's see how. Example. Let the displacement of any body is, let's say, 2t square plus 5t plus 6. This is a displacement of body, and you can see here this displacement depends upon time, because if we change the value of time t here, the value of displacement s will change. So we have to find the velocity. What will velocity? We will be ds upon dt, right? So d by dt of 2t square plus 5t plus 6. Now remember one thing, when I have done the formulas, there was dy by dx. So here it is dy by dt. What does it mean? See, we only differentiate function, like here the displacement as is a function of time, right? So we will differentiate s with respect to time, not with respect to x. Obviously we will differentiate the quantity on which it depends. It does not depend upon x, so why would we differentiate with respect to x? Here we have no x here, we have t, that means displacement depends upon time. So we will differentiate displacement with respect to time. So that is why dy by dt. Otherwise concept is same, numerical, the formulas are same. So what will be the differentiation of 2t square? Okay, it will be, so can we write this equation as 2 d by dt of t square plus 5 d by dt of t and plus d by dt of 6. I've just opened this, and you can see here I put the constant aside because 2, 5 are in multiplication with the variables, right? So now it is x to the power n. What is formula? Nx n minus 1. So we will be, it will be 2 into 2t plus 5, because t will become 1. How it becomes 1? I make you understand in the previous video. And d by dt of 6 is a constant. Constant does not change with time. So this will become 0. So we will become 4t plus 5. So you can see here we can find the value of velocity with respect to time with the help of the differentiation by differentiating displacement with respect to time. Let's see another application. Second application. Rate of change of velocity gives acceleration. Okay, it means that if we differentiate velocity with respect to time, it will give you the value of acceleration. Again, the procedure is same. V will be given in terms of time so that we can find out the value of A by differentiating it with respect to time. We can find the rate of fall of temperature. Let's say rate of fall of temperature, that will be minus d theta upon dt. Now here you can see a sign is minus d theta by dt. What does it mean? I give you example to make you understand what if we have negative displacement coefficient and what will have positive displacement coefficient. What does it mean, right? So let's talk about this. If so, first point, dy by dx is positive, or that is dy by dx is greater than 0. What does it mean? If you differentiate y and the result is positive, it shows that y changes same as change occur in x. It means if x increases, y also increase, and vice versa. So if we increase the value of x, the increase of value of y also increases. Like in the previous example, I have given you the example of displacement. So if we increase the value of time, obviously the displacement will also increase, right? Second case, what will happen? That if dy by dx is negative, okay, it means that is dy by dx is less than 0. Now the effect on y is reversed as the value of x. If we increase the value of x, then the value of y will decrease and vice versa. If x increases, y will decrease and vice versa. That means if x decrease, then y will increase. Okay, so that will be the case of negative. Now third case will possible that if dy by dx is 0, what does it mean? See, this can be happen. It means that if we increase or decrease the value of x, there will be no change in the value of y. So that we can see that the y is independent of x. Okay, it means y is independent of x. It can be treated as constant or constant. So these are some important concepts about the differential coefficient. This will help you a lot in coming chapter. Let's solve some numerical based on the this differentiation part so that you will understand how to apply in the questions. So let's take an example 1. I'm starting with a very simple question. Let's say y is equals to x to the power 3. Okay, and we have to find the value of dy by dx, right? So how do we solve this? D by dx of y, we have to find this. Okay, so d by dx of x cube. Now which formula we will apply here? If you remember, what was the formula? Formula was d by dx of x to the power n equals to n x n minus 1. right? So compare this situation with the formula. You can find that n is 3 here, right? So n is basically 3 here. Apply the formula. What was formula? Formula was n x n minus 1, right? What is n here? N is 3. So it will be 3, right? 3 minus 1, that will be 2. So the answer will become 3x square. So differentiation of x cube will be 3x square. It's quite simple. Now let's take another example when some constant is in multiplication with x. Okay. Let's say example number 2. Suppose the value of y is 5x to the power 4. When any constant is multiplied with the function, we take that constant out of the differentiation. So how do we write this? Again, we have to find the value of dy by dx. So d by dx of 5x4, right? Take this 5 outside, this will become 5 d by dx of x to the power 4. Now it's simple. Apply the same formula here. In this case, n was 3. Now in this case, n is 4. What is formula? nx n minus 1. So this will become 5, n is 4. So 4x cube, that will be 20x cube. So that's how we solve differentiation. Now if these are single function x cube, 5x4, if we have the function in terms of equation, then how can we solve this? Example number 3. Let's say y equals to 5x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Let this is the equation. Okay. The method is same. We have to find the value of dy by dx. Okay, so d by dx of 5x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Now multiply d by dx in each the terms. It will become d by dx of 5x cube plus d by dx of 3x square plus d by dx of 2x plus d by dx of 1. Now what is the next step? Take the constant out. It will become 5 d by dx of x cube plus 3 d by dx of x square plus 2 d by dx of x and plus d by dx of 1. Now apply the formula nx n minus 1. So this will become 5 3x square plus 3 2x plus 2 and plus 0, right? So it will become 15x square plus 6x plus 2, and that will be the answer. See, once you understand this method, you don't have to do it so long. You can directly solve from here only. See here how. 5 taken outside, the differentiation of x cube will be 3x square. So 3x square will multiply with 5, that will be 15x square. Now again x square will be 2x, 2x multiplied with 3 will be 6x plus 2, and the constant will become 0. So once you come in the practice, you don't have to do this so long. You can directly solve the equation like this. So in the next video, we will cover the integration part. Differentiation we have completed. So tomorrow I'll make a video on integration. Till then, thank you so much, class.